Hello and welcome back all you StAUSCC fans. We're here for another game in our league, the start of the second round. So we're back again playing the Redbacks at the Adelaide Oval this time, trying to hold on to first place. Redbacks are the only team to beat us so far, so let's get into it.
Ladies and gentlemen, good morning to you all for a 20-over match between South Australia and the Students. I'm Michael Slater, and with me for this match
Alright, so we've got Aaron Koshi and McLennan up top. Segal drops down the order. Patrick Jess misses out today.
Beautiful clear conditions and not a chance of rain. The pitch is going to get a little bit tougher to bat, but with the weather the way it is at the moment, most captains will bat.
The visitors win the toss and will bowl first.
Alright, McPherson in for the first over. Nice ball to start up with. Last ball of the over here for McPherson. Oh, finds the edge.
And that completes a very good over.
Fantastic over from McPherson. What can Armstrong do here? Oh, that's wide first up.
To dive, but takes it safely.
That one missed everything, and then some.
Armstrong has two slips in. I want to think about moving one of them to gully. He's in again. Finds the edge. McLennan's diving, takes the catch.
Strong appeal.
What a start here for St Andrews.
Ferguson is the new batsman.
Wicket in his first over for Armstrong. Comes in, ball number 4 now. Oh, and this one's swatted up and over cover. Is it going to beat the man? Does not beat Miller out there, but there's a misfield. He'll come back for 3. Oh, this one finds the edge. It's flying down to the backward point boundary. Beats Armstrong out there. It's 4 runs. Field change for Armstrong. The second slip moves into gully. This one's full and wide and hit up over point. 4 runs for Ferguson. 4th ball of the over now. Tidy one so far for St Andrews. Oh, this one's straighter and flicked high in the air. It's gone all the way. It's 6 runs. It's in again, Ferguson. This one he's round and pulling.
Just a great shot.
He's got it down through the gap. It's going to go for 4. Over number 4 now for Armstrong. He's in and beats the batsman outside off stump. Armstrong in. Oh, he's across the stumps on this one. He's hit it high over square leg. 1 bounce, 4 runs. McPherson in again. This time he's round it and pulling again. Again down into that vacant fine leg region. It's 4 runs. 2 balls left in the over for McPherson. He's in again to Ferguson, and he's knocked out leg stump. It's a fantastic slow ball. Ferguson goes for a well-made 30. What a ball from McPherson. Final ball here. Defended by Lehman.
Gets a wicket and keeps it tidy.
Armstrong in once more. This one's shorter and straighter. He's pulling it away. Gets it between mid-on and square leg. The ball's racing away, but will they field it? Yeah, little tap back. Great work by those two. I think it was Haynes and Hay. They get 3. Miller in now to replace McPherson. His first ball is swinging away, beats the bat.
The batsman didn't know where that was going.
Armstrong staying in for his 6th over. This one's leg side-ish and is nudged down behind the square. Crooks is doing the fielding. Gets round to it but can't stop 2.
And he's off the mark with that one.
Miller in once more. This one has him heading up and high over cover. It's going to race out to the boundary for 4. Change of bowler here. Alex Haynes coming in. Oh, this first ball's hit up over cover. Dave will field that. They'll come back for 2 though.
2 run.
Alright, we have Miller in for his 2nd over now. Third over, sorry. It's in, this one's... Oh, got Wetherell playing and missing. Miller in once more. Full, and this one's hit high over cover. Will it beat the man? Yes, it'll beat the man. Haynes in again. This one's shorter and hit up over cover. Will beat the man, Miller back. Last ball of the over. Haynes into Lehman. This one's short and he's pulling. It's going to trickle down to fine leg. Crooks is trying to chase it down. Will it stop inside the boundary? No, it just beats them to it. Expensive over there for St Andrews. Change in bowling here. Earnshaw into the attack for the first time today. It's in bowls and it's pulled just through the gap between mid-on and mid-wicket. They'll get a single.
1 run taken.
Lehman on 16. Earnshaw's into him. This one's wider and beats him outside off stump. Earnshaw to Witherell now. He's across his stumps and hitting up over fine leg. There's no one back. And it'll trickle out to the boundary for 4.
Solid shot. Goes for 4.
Witherell on 39 now. There's a little edge there. McLennan's taken a wonderful catch.
Easy catch.
Witherell has to go for 39. Earnshaw takes the wicket. Caught McLennan, bowled Earnshaw. Miller in for his 6th over now. This one's full and at his pads, and Lehman swats that over square. 1 bounce, 4 runs. Last ball of Miller's 6th over. This one's full and has Cooper playing through the leg side. Will it beat the man? Yes, it does. That's the 100 up for South Australia. Last ball of the over here for Earnshaw. This one's straight and Cooper's across his stumps, playing it up over square leg. Goes to the boundary for 4. Hay, the new bowler, in to replace Miller. It's undefended from Lehman. Double first up. 5th ball of the over now for Earnshaw. Oh, he's across his stumps and hits that one over fine leg. There's no one back. It'll run out for 4.
Oh, glorious shot.
3rd ball of the over for Earnshaw. This one's hit up in the air. Finds a gap though, and a run away for 4. Streaky there from Cooper, but it pays off. Last ball of the over here for Earnshaw. This one's shorter and finds the edge. Lehman has to go. Earnshaw takes another and another catch from McLennan.
Is the new batter at the non-strikers end.
And sure in. Bowles it's flighted up and there's an edge, but McLennan's dropped it.
Shout.
Third ball of the over here for Hay. It finds the edge and it's going to beat short third man. Great bowling there for Hay. And sure in once more. Carey goes for the switch hit. Armstrong does well to field. They'll get through for a single though. Hay in, bowls to Carey, who flicks it hard over square leg. That's going to be 4 runs. And that's the 150 up for South Australia. Cooper on strike once more. Hay into bowl. This one, oh, he finds the inside edge this time. This one might run away for 4 as well. 4 down to fine leg. Interim once more. This one has it playing high over square leg. It's going to go out to the boundary for 4. Hay in now for his 7th over. None for 31 for him. This one strikes the pad and beats McLennan. It's going to go down to the boundary for 4 leg byes, I think. Franklin's doing his best to cut it off, but can't get there. Oh, and maybe it was an inside edge. It was. 42, Cooper on strike now. Hayes bowling it, struck him in line. No, says the umpire. I think that's missing off stump.
Well worth a shout. Umpire says not out.
Haynes back in for his second spell now. Expensive in his first. This one's up and over mid-off. There's a man back, so it'll just be a single. Cooper on 43. Haynes into him. This one's full and finds the edge again. Oh, and there's overthrows there. I don't really know what happened.
One more to the score.
Over number 8 now for Hay. He's in, bowls, and is hit high and straight. Won't quite carry to the man, who didn't really attack that, and it looks like they've come back for 2.
A good partnership building now. 50 added so far.
Hay into Carey. This one's full and it stumps, but carries across it and hits it over square leg. It's going to go for 4. 4 for 178 now. Hay in again, carries across his stumps once more, hits us higher and even harder. 1 bounce for 4.
Seeing the ball well out there.
8 overs left now for South Australia. They're 4 for 182. Haynes back into the attack. Oh, and finds the inside edge for Cooper. This one might roll away for 4. Franklin's doing the chase. They'll get back for 3, and that's certainly one way to bring up your 50.
He makes it 50. Great batting.
Solid innings so far from Cooper. South Australia needed it. Here we have Cooper's spider. Few edges for 4, but generally a very solid innings. Hay in again to Carey, and this time he's across his stumps, hitting over square leg. It's going to go for 4. 1 bounce.
That's been put away nicely.
5 overs left, and Franklin goes back to Armstrong to finish up. He's in now and driven straight. They'll get 1. And that's Hay there round to field. Cooper on 56. South Australia 201 for 4. Armstrong's in and finds the edge. Can McLennan take it? Yes, he can.
Maybe a nick.
And a good innings from Cooper comes to an end. Bowling change worked for Franklin. And Cooper has to go. Another catch for McLennan. Valente's first ball. Armstrong into him. This one's short and has him hooking. There's no one back. It'll run down to the boundary for 4.
Hits the rope first ball.
Aggressive move from Armstrong. Armstrong going to get into Valente. This one's outside off stump and finds the inside edge. This one might run away for 4 as well. Slowing up. Franklin's doing the chase from deep third man. He gets there. The batsmen look like, yep, they'll come through for 4. Last ball for Haynes. In. It's full. Strikes the batsman on the pads. They go up for an LBW shout. And he's given! I was sure that was missing leg stump.
They were looking settled, and I was certain they were on track for a big score.
Will there be a challenge here?
A very
No,
helpful
Haynes
and
gets the
equally
wicket.
helpful
Carry
wicket.
falls. 41.
Zampa is the new batter at the non-strikers end.
South Australia 6 for 213 now. Armstrong back in. This one's cut and cut hard. Finds the gap. Just backward a point, and I think that's going to run out to the boundary. Yes,
Great
it will.
timing. Races to the boundary.
Armstrong to Zampa. This one's full and has him playing up and over point. I think it might beat the man.
Ooh,
It
just
will.
went
That's
inside the
another
boundary.
4.
4 runs.
What's Armstrong got in reply? He's into Zampa. This one's shorter and good ball from
Bowler
Armstrong.
beating them all ends up there.
Zampa on 5. Haynes in. He's across the stumps and flicking that down behind square.
4.
It's going to go away to the boundary for 4. Armstrong in once more. Oh, how did that miss the
Tries
stumps?
to drive that, but missed times.
Armstrong in. This one's full and cut. Beats Franklin. It's going to go out to the fence for 4. Bad luck there for Armstrong.
Position well there. Great shot.
Final ball here. Armstrong into Zampa. This one's on a length and has him driving and might go to the boundary for 4. Beats the sweeper. Well, a good finish to the innings there for the Redbacks. Gets them to 240 from their 45. It's going to be a decent chase here for St Andrews. Let's see how they get on. McLennan on strike. So the first ball here. He's playing that square and decide against a run. Richardson in. McLennan's hitting this one in front of square. Through mid-wicket. They'll get back for 2. They think about a third. Yep, they come back for 3. And that's St Andrews off the mark.
Fielding there. Good return.
Koshi now on strike, the informed batsman for St Andrews. What can he do here? This one's just punched wide of mid-on. They'll get through for a single.
The wall gets off the mark.
Bridgeton in again. This one's full and McLennan's driving and driving hard. He's got a lot of that.
That goes for 4.
4
Good
runs.
shot.
McLennan on 8. Many into him. This one's short and has him pulling. Gets that behind square. Beats the man at square leg. Will it run out to the boundary? It's just slowing up. Man flicks it back. Koshi's coming back for 3. He really wanted it.
Let's see how they go.
Change of bowling here. Zampa into the attack. This one's full and has McLennan playing through square. Top ball. Last ball of the over. Into Koshi. This one's full and has him driving. This time wide of mid-off. Splits the gap. And it's going to go for
That
4.
one came right off the meat of the bat.
Last ball of the over here for South Australia. Into Koshi, who's flicking forward of square. He's got a lot of this one. It's a favourite shot of his, and it is slowing up, but yep,
Oh,
makes it.
Great shot.
4 runs. McLennan on 20. Zampa in to bowl to him. This one's full and has McLennan driving and is caught at slip.
Could have done better. Great ball. Finds the edge and it's taken. Good
Unfortunate
catch.
way to go for McLennan. He looked good too. Caught Lehman, bowled Zampa. Earnshaw in now to join Koshi. 35 for 1, St Andrews. Richardson into Koshi, who's back and cutting and splits the gap in the field. Will this run out to the boundary for 4? Yes, it does. Earnshaw's just been a spectator so far. Zampa's into him, and first ball he's just nudging that behind square on the onside. Gets off the mark.
Another run added.
Third ball for Earnshaw. Richardson in, and this one's shorter and has him punching out to cover. They get through for a single. That should not be anywhere near close. Thank you. That's the 50 runs up for St Andrews. Earnshaw 8 off 15. Richardson in. This one finds a bottom edge. Through to the keeper. Koshi on 36. Zampa into bowl. This one's full and has Koshi working it through the leg side. Oh, Earnshaw dives, but I think he's short. Oh, he's been run out.
Can't make it back against some great work in the field. That's out.
Really didn't need that, St Andrews. Crooks is in to join Koshi. 2 for 69. Zampa into bowl. Last ball of the over. This one's full to Crooks. He's nudging this through the leg side. Can't beat the man at short mid wicket though.
Very tidy over that one.
Crooks still not off the mark. Richardson in. It's outside off stump and Crooks is leaning on that through the covers. 4 runs. Zampa 1 for 23 into Crooks. That's going to be some overthrows. It's going to be 5. What was a lazy single turns into 5 runs. Last ball of the over. Richardson in. Oh, Koshi trying to cut, late cut. Can't beat the keeper. Zampa in once more to Crooks. This one he leans on down to mid-on. They'll come back for 2. Koshi wants it. It might be tight. Oh, direct hit and he was out. Zampa in again. Crooks again leaning on that one. Just in front of square. And there's going to be overthrows again. That's 5 more. Zampa to Crooks. This one's down leg and Crooks hits that high over fine leg. 1 bounce, 4 runs. And that's the 100 up for St Andrews. This one's full and Crooks is hitting that high. He's caught at mid-off. Don't know what went through his head there. Already 2 boundaries in the over.
Franklin is getting ready to face the next ball.
St Andrews 3 for 101. Zampa into Franklin. Dot ball. 140 more for St Andrews. Zampa in. Franklin late cutting that. They're coming through for a single. They will make it. That was a bit cheeky though from Koshi. Large weight on this man's shoulders. Koshi on 42. Hits this one square on the leg side. It's a man back and they think about coming back for 2. There was a big mix up there. Thank you. I was about to say, heart and mouth stuff there. Koshi on 49. Richardson into him. He flicks that square and this time he beats the man. 1 run and that's another 50 for Aaron Koshi.
And that makes it 50.
Here we have Koshi's spider. Plenty of 1s and 2s. Just those 3 boundaries. And they've kept him really well contained today, South Australia. But another 50. Franklin on strike. He's on 9. This one's short and he runs that down straight into the hands of second slip. But second slip drops it. Run's drying up a little bit here for St Andrews. Richardson in to Koshi. And this one's full and has him trying to play to the leg side. A leading edge and he's taken.
The fielder had ground to maker that just made it on the dive. What a catch. The bowler will be happy to see the
Well,
back
it
of
took
this
something
batsman.
special to dismiss
Certainly
Koshi
played
here.
well out there.
Caught and bowled Richardson.
Yash, ready to face their first ball.
Seagal in now at a time where St Andrews is just losing a bit of momentum. This one's full and first ball, he's playing it through the onside. Gets a single.
1 run added.
Richardson in to Franklin. This one's full and has him playing through the offside. Pierces the field at extra cover. They'll come back for 2. They want a third. It's not going to make the boundary. Just 3.
Nice fielding there.
Zamperin again. This one has Franklin playing square of the wicket. It's pierced the field. Races out to the backward point boundary. Richardson in once more. This one's full. And Seagal's punching and punching hard. Beats a man at square leg. And trickles out to the mid-wicket boundary. 4 runs. St Andrews just at that required rate. Franklin on strike. Tries to flick that hard over a vacant fine leg. He'll go away for 4. Richardson in again. This time Seagal's pulling and finds the gap. Will it beat the man to the fence? Not quite. Seagal turning like a cruise ship. What on earth has happened?
And 2 runs added.
Oh,
to
he
the
should have
scoreboard.
been run out there. Franklin on 28. Zamperin to bowl. This one's full and down leg, and Franklin's hitting that hard along the ground. There is a man back at long leg. And he just makes it. I think about a third, but Seagal was slow getting round again. Last ball of the over. Zampa in. Franklin flicking down to fine leg. Didn't get a lot on that. It's just trickling away past the keeper. Seagal's coming back for 3. Oh, direct hit, and he was gone for all money.
That takes his partnership to 50.
And that's the 50 partnership. Zampa to Franklin. This one's outside leg stump, and Franklin's hitting that hard and beats the man at short fine leg. Don't think it'll make the boundary. They'll come back for 2, and they'll look for 3, but again, Seagal.
Good work in the field there.
Brings Franklin on strike on 47. Zampa in. This one's down leg again, and he's hit this hard as Franklin. That's 4 runs, and that'll be his 50.
And that's the half century.
Excellent batting from Franklin. 51 off just 54 balls. And here we see a spider. 2 fours down to that fine leg region, 1 behind square, an excellent front foot square drive. But just a lot of singles, a handful of 2s, handful of 3s. He's really kept the score ticking over. Last ball of the over. This time Franklin's forward and playing through the covers. Seagal's struggling there. I think he might be out. He is out.
Can't make it
And
back against some great
a
work
good
in
innings
the
from
field.
Seagal
That's out.
comes to an end. Another run out for him.
The batsman will be down at the non-striker's end.
Zamperin now to Franklin, who nudges that behind square. Be another easy 2 for Franklin. Hay will think about a third. He'll come back for a third, and he'll make that comfortably.
They'll get 3.
Zampa bowling to Hay now. This one's just on a length, and he nudges that square of the wicket with the spin. Hay on strike. Zampa into him. This time he's across the stumps and hitting high over fine leg. 1 bounce, 4 runs.
Got a lot on that one.
20 runs required. 6 overs. This one's full from Zampa, and Franklin's forward and hitting it wide of mid-off. Dive needed. And they'll come back for an overthrow. 18 now. Zampa's in. This one's full and straight, and Franklin's hit that hard and high over long leg. This is 6. 10 from 32 balls. St Andrews should do this in a canter. And Franklin wants to do it this over. 4 runs. Zampa slipping down leg again. 2 from 22 balls. Zampa into Franklin. This one's full. Franklin's hitting straight and hard. Too hard, in fact. They'll only get a single. Scores are tied here.
1 run taken.
Franklin on 82. Scores are level. Richardson in, it's full and it's wide, and Franklin drives that out to deep extra cover. It's going to go over the boundary for 4, and that will be the game. An easy victory in the end for St Andrews, winning by 5 wickets. Man of the match, Dan Franklin, which is probably fair enough, although does sell the St Andrews bowlers short. Let's take a quick look at the scorecards. A lot of starts here for the Redbacks. 1 player converting to a 50, that's Tom Cooper. But they were always a little bit behind what we thought would be a par score here. Some hitting towards the end from Zampa and Valente meant that they got through to 240 in the end. McPherson again fantastic at the top. Good to see him getting a reward, 1 for 22. Armstrong 2 wickets, a little bit expensive, very unlucky later on in the innings. Miller none for 34. Haynes a tidy second spell, 1 for 36. Earnshaw as usual, just a really professional effort from him, 2 for 39 from 9. And Hay unlucky as well not to get a wicket, none for 52. So St Andrews set 241 to win, and again it was a decent start, a lot of middling partnerships, but the big difference really being that everyone scored at a reasonable rate. Although throughout the middle of the innings St Andrews did lose a little bit of momentum, and the wickets of Crooks and Koshi in particular helped to really bog St Andrews down a bit at 4 for 127. But then Franklin, in successive partnerships with Segal and then Hay, really showed his leadership skills, his experience, his age, his wisdom coming through. And 86 not out of 82 deliveries, a match-winning performance. 3 bowlers used for the Redbacks. Richardson very tidy, economy rate of 5. Zampa was looking good for periods as well. Franklin got after him a bit towards the end, but they just didn't have the wicket-taking ability today to see them through. 2 run-outs for St Andrews, which is about par for the course these days, especially with Koshi in the lineup. He was involved in another one. But all in all, a comfortable victory for St Andrews. And with that victory, St Andrews maintains its position at the top of the leaderboard. The Auckland Aces moving clear into 2nd place. And it really is our competition to lose at this stage, which, I mean, could happen. It wasn't an absolute doddle out there today. There was some periods of good cricket from the Redbacks. So it'll be interesting to see how the rest of the second half of the competition goes. But we've avenged our first round defeat, made it 7 wins on the trot. Can't complain with that. Well, I guess there's nothing else to say. I've been Jim the editor. Thank you very much to everyone who's made it this far. I really, really appreciate everyone who's watching at the moment, so big thank you for that. I hope you hear from me soon. See ya.